Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sweetman Gaming, and today I'm going to give you again the advice for the German heavy tank, the Bop Tiger 1. Now before we begin, please do subscribe and hit that bell button so once I uploaded a new video or a tank mod, you will get notified. So let's begin. Before even the German attacked the Soviet Union, they are already planning to design a breakthrough heavy tank. The first plan is actually to build a heavy tank that is around 30 to 35 tons, but during the Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of Soviet Union in 1941, the Germans were shocked when they encountered the Soviet T-34 and the KB-1 as the shells of the Panzer just bounced off to the armor of this tank. So an immediate change to the plan as the tank needs now a heavier armor. The weight of the tank has increased to 45 tons to 50 tons and was ordered to place the famous tank killer, the 88mm or the Act-Act cannon. Both Henschel and Porsche made the design for this heavy tank, which is designated as the Panzerkampfwagen 6. Henschel won the contract, which is later the tank will be called as the Tiger 1. The Tiger was first saw combat in 1942. With its thick armor and powerful accurate gun, the tank makes a fearsome reputation to the Allies. So here we are now, we're looking at the Tier 7 German heavy tank, the Tiger 1. Recently, the Tiger has received a very huge armor buff. Now, the specs of this tank is actually pretty impressive without even the buff. Now you can see the HP of the tank is actually quite high for its tier. You get a 1500 HP. Even if you are on a tier 8 match, you are still quite competitive. Not to mention your DPM. Your DPM is quite high. Yes, you have a very low alpha at 220. Sometimes you will get a 190 roll. But you have a 5 seconds reload and your penetration is quite high. You can actually, you play actually this tank as not a heavy tank but more of a medium. So if you base this stat on a standard of a medium tank, this is actually pretty good. It's better than a tier 8 medium tanks. And the most known feature of the Tiger 1 is the penetration and the accuracy of that tank. You can see the base aim time of this tank is just 2 seconds, while the dispersion is very low. Now, why do I say that if you look at this at the standard of the medium tank? The tank is actually mobile for a 57 tons. You can do the peekaboo shots. You can engage from a distance. You can be a support. And now, because of the additional armor thickness, you can now do some rolling, not fight on the front. But again, do not rely too much on that armor. I will explain it later to the armor specs. Again, the terrain resistance of this tank is pretty impressive. Anything on this stat of this tank is impressive. You can see that if you change to the APCR 237, it's pretty good. So that's all for the specs. We are now moving to the armor profile. And here we are now, we're looking at the armor profile of the Tiger 1. Now the front armor has a 165mm armor. If I'm not mistaken, the original armor thickness of this front armor is 100mm, while the lower plate is 65. Now you can see you got a 165mm, while the lower plate got a 145mm, and that's quite high. If you are fighting a tier 6 medium or light tank, they cannot penetrate your front armor. And especially if you do the common tactics with the Tiger 1, the 40-degree angling, when you're doing the peekaboo, you will increase the armor effectiveness up to 200mm armor. But again, if you are not familiar with that strategy, the idea is you're going to pick. Imagine there's a wall in here. You're going to pick and then you're going to expose only this side. So you're actually angling at 40 degrees. This will give you and a more effective armor. Actually, after the buff, I played the tank, and I managed to bounce a shot from an ISU 152, which is I haven't done before. I bounced 2 shots from them. I didn't know how this happened, but I managed to bounce, and that's pretty impressive. The uh, the buff of the arm of the tank is actually very good, since the tank usually fighting a tier 8 tank. Tier 7 mostly end up in a bottom tier during the matchmaking. So yep, that's all for the armor profile. We will now proceeding to the tactics. And here we are now at the tactics of the Tiger 1. Now if you can see, the recommended for the tier 7 battle is the long range sniping, because you have a very accurate gun. Now this time, if you check my old Tiger 1 guide, which is my first video that I made on this channel, the one-on-one brawl is not recommended for this tank, but with the increase of the armor thickness, it is now recommended. You can now do a one-on-one brawl. Even if you are in tier 8 battle, actually, you can now do the one-on-one brawl. But I suggest if you're going to brawl, try to brawl with the medium tank. You will notice that you will be far superior against those medium or light tanks. And again, even though it's not recommended, I suggest try to practice the peekaboo tactics with this tank. You have a very good accuracy, uh, very short aiming time, and dispersion, very good dispersion. Not to mention, you have a very good mobility, so you can do a lot of these peekaboo tactics. This is actually done by most of the Tiger 1 players. So that's all for the tactics. We will now proceeding to the gameplay. Now here we are, the first gameplay of the Tiger 1. I'm actually at the bottom tier match, but look how I'm going to deliver a lot of damage on this game. Not that high, but very good damage. Now, notice how I use my mobility to get in position and try to scout the enemy. And immediately, I spotted 2 tanks and deliver the first damage in the match. And again, I'm not doing a brawl. Immediately after I drop that shot, I immediately change location. I'm trying to find a way to flank the enemy and deliver more damage. I'm playing this tank like a real medium tank. I keep delivering damage and harassing the enemy from different side. So now I'm planning to flank that M6. However, I'm going to encounter a different tank on my way. But you will going to see how the armor buff help this tank in battle. So I spotted the IS-3. Suddenly, I got a lag from that, so I didn't deliver a damage. Look, I driving straight. I didn't control the tank actually. But look at this. I'm going to bounce a shot from that IS-3. Look at that, a 400 bounce from that IS-3. If you don't know, the IS-3 has the 200mm armor penetration, and I managed to bounce those shots. Now again, I'm doing the peekaboo style, and I'm positioning my tank at 40 degrees. And you can see that my armor becomes more effective. I bounce another shot from that SU, and another bounce from that IS-3. Like what I said to the armor profile, once you are on a 40-degree angle, the armor effectiveness of this tank has increased to 200mm. Now again, I'm looking away to flank the enemy. I'm making pressure. I'm putting a pressure on this M6 so he will not get a focus fire on my friendly tanks. But I changed target since there are 2 tanks approaching from my rear. So I'm going to focus fire this IS-3. Deliver a shots. I don't know, maybe this I don't know what this IS-3 doing. I don't know, it's lagging actually. It's just driving straight towards me. Then I got now an assist from this Luve, thanks to that Luve. Now this is the mistake of this Phantom. He should focus fire on me, but he didn't. He focused. He tried to get more damage, which give him a problem. He should kill me first. That's the rule, guys. Try to minimize or try to reduce the gun of the enemy, of your enemy. If you saw a tank with low HP and you have a clear shot, immediately kill them. So that's it for the first battle. I got a 2k damage, not bad for a Tiger 1. And here we are now at the second gameplay of Tiger 1. I'm on the same map again, but this time I'm on the top tier. Again, I'm playing this tank like a medium tank. I use my mobility, get into position, try to scout the enemy, and deliver the first shot. Actually, you need to, if you can apply this strategy with all types of map, try to find a good position. Try to practice the maps and try to find a way to spot the enemy. Suddenly, I didn't spot immediately a tank, but good thing that this light tank appeared, delivered the first shots. I didn't know if I am the one who do the first or deliver the first shot, because that simply will also get a damage. Now again, I'm playing this tank as a medium tank. I'm finding a way to flank the enemy tanks. I didn't actually notice that the C is being captured, so there's possibility that there's an enemy from behind. I'm trying to focus fire on this M41 Bulldog. I'm reducing their gun effectiveness. I'm planning to eliminate this tank immediately and give us a gun advantage. It was been killed. And like I said, I didn't notice that there's a tank from behind. Again, I'm using my mobility to escape. I'm playing it like a real medium tank. I'm not going to roll against those tanks since I already got a huge HP damage. Now look, even though the KB2 is exposed, I try to focus fire on this medium tank. That's the first skill you must learn. Try to focus fire on the enemy who has less HP. Like what I did with this TD. I kill him. Because a dead tank is better than a tank with 1 HP. A 1 HP tank can still do damage and can still kill your teammates. So it's better for them to be dead. Now I'm flanking this KB2. Good thing that this Lycan appear, so I just decided to focus fire this Lycan. And thanks to my good reload penetration, I'm delivering a lot of damage to this Lycan. Now look, I'm going the peekaboo style. I'm doing also the 40-degree tactics, and I bounce a shot from that Lycan. The Lycan is actually have a good armor penetration for a tier 7. So, but thanks to my additional armor pop, I got more effective armor. Suddenly, I hit the barrel of the tank, not making any damage. And that's it for the match. Not that high actually, but quite reasonable damage. And that's it for the guide of the Pop Tiger 1. I hope you learned something from its specs and the tactics that I've shown you. Again, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that bell button. And see you on the next video. Good luck to the battlefield, Commander.